All right, everyone, before we start the video, check out these cards all on eBay auction, no reserve right now. Yes, we hold pretty much weekly eBay auctions, but these are pretty special. BGS 9 Unlimited Black Lotus, Power 9, Alpha cards, reserve list cards, old school cards, everything possible, various conditions. Check it all out. Our link is below. Thank you guys. Enjoy the video.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with vintagemagic.com, and today's video is an interesting video. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be long, complex in some way, so I'm going to go through the information as much as I can. All right, so what I have here is pliers to break down these PSA cases, a screwdriver, flathead to break the cases, and these PSA cards. All right, PSA reprint card, authentic auto. Huh. And interesting enough, they are blank back. I don't know if you see that yellowing, some blank back from PWCC Vault. All right, so what does this mean? Well, let's do the backstory. So, my client, I'm not going to reveal them, who has these three cards, the seller of the cards. And what happened was all three of these cards were on eBay and they were listed as beta artist proofs. Well, they're not beta artist proofs after closer inspection. They look like it at first, and these are beta artist proofs right here. This one has a sketch in the front, a back. Here's the Sarah Angel right here. These are all artist proofs. Now, how do I know mine are artist proofs? Well, I got them directly from Doug Schuler back in the day, and I have lots of provenance and evidence of that, so I'm not worried about that. But they are not NFCs, meaning non-factory cuts. They are all beta artist proofs. All right, why are we using the real beta artist proof, Daniel? Well, we're going to do a little bit of an investigation of why I suspected the PSA cards are not artist proofs. Now, my client, again, listed it on eBay, the seller. I called my client because the guy bought some stuff from me before, but, I'm going to say he's my friend, but he's a client, and he also ended up selling these cards to me, so he's a client, I guess, vendor. Now, one of the cards in this 3 PSA card lot, I did not purchase. So this demonic tutor was actually purchased by another gentleman. But he wanted me to also put these all together because these 3 cards were all purchased on golden.com, golden.co, the famous, sports website, sports seller, Ken Golden. And they're just listed as is. And they went for decent money. Now, I'm not saying they went for the artist proof prices, but they went for a price where there's still thousands of dollars in this mix here, right? Several $1,000s, where basically they are, if these are found to be not real artist proofs, okay, same blank back situation as artist proofs, then we have a problem because these cards then are worthless. They're basically, I don't think they're considered reprint cards as PSA said, but basically, they are just signed pieces of cardboard. Now, first important thing, you're probably thinking, well, it says authentic auto, Dan. That means the buyer is wrong. That the buyer should have realized that from Golden, got it from Ken Golden and Golden Co., that these are artist proofs. No, they're not. The label, while it's not the most perfect label by PSA, it means authentic auto as read, meaning the auto, which is indeed authentic by Doug Schuler. Ah, not the card. That's a little confusing. Some of you out there be like, that sounds like PSA's fault. Nope, it is not. I talked to PSA. I emailed them. I talked to them with the client, and it was explained to us that if it was indeed an authentic, a card authentic and also auto, it would have had the card grade and also the auto, authentic auto or auto grade. They've done both. If it doesn't have a card grade, it's not an authentic card, to be clear. Okay, so these supposed artist proofs are. So I am now to do some investigation before we break this out. So before I even when I got the cards, I wanted to make sure that these were legit. So let's zoom in here and give you some evidence visually. All right, guys, so this part of the video, I'm going to do some side-by-side comparisons, and then we're going to crack the cards out after I justify why I think there's an issue. All right, number one, there's the reprint card, or the supposed artist proof. And if you look at it carefully on closer inspection, it indeed looks square corners and cut like an artist proof, right? The back is blank, like this is an original, but you notice how this has the white border. So minus the painting, here's the card in question, and it looks pretty good. The thing is, though, what you can't see here is some yellowing that's on the card that's stained all across the edges. Also, there is a lip that's kind of flexed upwards. Very, very hard to see in here. That it looks like the cut wasn't just a perfect factory cut like they had out of a regular, Wizards of the Coast. So that was the concern. Now, here's the one that I think that would be pretty interesting is the borders, this way and that way. So let's talk about the left and right. So when they made these artist proofs, they were given to the artists. There were about 50 of them made. And the artists were given to them as collateral for doing the work. Now look at this. I've lightened it instantly. And you notice that the contract below has a thicker border right there on the left, significantly. But for some reason, the real artist proof, look at it, is very, very thin. Look at that. Just focus on this quadrant there. Look at this quadrant. Pause the video right there. Pretty obvious what's going on, right? If it was indeed an artist proof of the same cut, would that mean, though, that the artist proof, does that say that the artist proof was indeed, it could have been a different cut, a different run? Most likely, almost 100% no way. All of the ones that were artist proofs were run 50 and they were given to the artists. They were pretty much centered the same. If there was a print dot, it had a print dot. Every single one has a print dot. Like, for example, the Bayou, I believe, Jesper Mirforce, that one has a print dot on it, right? The centering on all these collector's edition cards in general were always really bad, but the registration for them were pretty much consistent. And so that tells me that this, look at the right-hand border of this potentially not artist proof. Lots of gray, very little black. And look at the border on the right of the artist proof itself. Okay? What do you see? Lots of black, very little gray, if not anything. In fact, the gray doesn't even come out at all for the artist proof. All right. Convinced you yet? Not yet. Okay. All right, next one, Demonic Tutor. This one's a little harder. Interesting about this card is that it just seems kind of grainy. Hard to show you on this, but there's like a graininess to the front. Very, very almost pixelated. And here, this one, here we go. Look at all that yellowing. Very odd that I am not saying that artist proofs cannot be yellowing at all. There's obviously a potential for that for any type of, these are not archival, paper, meaning that they're not a UV protective type of paper. So it almost looks like from here, you can't see it, that this paper is kind of matte, almost kind of not glossy, especially the Demonic Tutor. And again, I'm, doing the registration test. The border on the left and the right, here's the artist proof, and here's the card. Look again very carefully. You'll notice that the border on the artist proof is very, very thin. Very thin. And then on the other side, this black is very predominant for the artist proof, right? Right here on the right. And then it's thinner on this side. So it's almost like, this one's probably the hardest one to convince you at first. Now let's go to the one that I think is pretty obvious. This is the Sarah Angel. What do you see instantly? The artist proof is on this side. This is the card. I brighten it just for, seeing it better. Yes, you're right. The blue sky is blue. Very contrast blue on the artist proof. And it's very light on the, look at that. And again, the registration test will show you that the borders are inaccurate. The right-hand side on the artist proof is darker black and thicker. The one on the left is thin. All right, and if I flip it over, it's the same situation, staining, etc. All right, so we have these 3 artist proofs, and then we have these 3 PSA graded authentic reprint cards. And now I have, based on all this evidence, now that I've seen it in person too. So what happened was I saw these on a scan. I didn't know. But when I got them in person, I was able to make the same deduction that I'm showing you now and justify to the seller that these are indeed not artist proofs. I want to return. The seller was very gracious, returned the money, no questions asked, but was very concerned because he's spent thousands and thousands of dollars on these reprint cards that are signed by the artist. So I decided, hey, look, I can do a video. I'll crack them out and I'll show you. And that's what we'll do next. Crack out these cards. Let's see how they feel and what they are for real. Comment below, stop the video right now, what you think they are. I love to hear your thoughts before me cracking it out. All right, guys, thank you again for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in any reserve list cards, alpha cards, Power 9, all on eBay auction for your bidding pleasure, the link is below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for your support. Take care. Hey guys, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I'm here to share with you more about our deck and set collector fulfillment service. The deck fulfillment service caters to the player. And what that basically means is if you are a player looking to fulfill your old school Magic deck, certain Power 9 or key pieces in your Vintage deck, or dual lands in your Legacy deck, we have the inventory and the resources to help you fulfill your needs. Next, we have the set collector fulfillment service. This really caters more towards the collector. Oftentimes I've been asked, hey Dan, can you help me find this specific graded card for this set? Or Dan, can you find me these 20 cards left in my beta set? It doesn't matter what you're looking for, even if it's like every single Sarah Angel possible out there, I can help you out. My resources and extensive network in Magic the Gathering, I was able to help thousands of clients all over the world fulfill their needs. I've made it my mission at VintageMagic.com to be your one-stop shop for all your collector needs. For any significant item or collection, we're able to travel anywhere in the world to meet you. The reason why my clients love this service is because it saves you time. What happens is collectors and players often search all over online or at vendors and they never find exactly what they're looking for. By going to us, we are the only one-stop shop who can help you with your needs. Using our service gets you exactly what you want and saves you time and money.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.